This is one of the most iconic and grueling hikes in the Grand Canyon, the Bright Angel Trail, all the way down to the Colorado River and back up in one day. It's a journey through time, layers of ancient rock, and extreme elevation changes. I can't tell you how breathtaking this hike was. It might not be the most beautiful hike I've ever been on, but it was the most inspiring, and it was the one that I felt the most connected. There's something magical and spiritual down here. I just can't explain it. This is our full rim to river rim adventure, and what you're gonna need to know before you attempt it. Or if you never attempt it and you just wanna see what it's like through our eyes. I brought my camera so I can share it with you guys. We start at Bright Angel Trailhead, located just west of the Bright Angel Lodge in Grand Canyon Village at about 5:45 a.m. All right, good morning. We will be heading down way past that, down into the Colorado River today. Wish us luck. It's 5:30 a.m. We are here at the Grand Canyon before the sunset, making our way to the Bright Angel Trail. Here we go. Elevation here, about 6,850 feet. The trail immediately begins its descent into the canyon, and almost from the first step, you're surrounded by breathtaking views, but also faced with the reality that every step down means one step back up later. We did this hike in April so that it wasn't too cold, but also to avoid the scorching heat of the summer months. You are totally exposed out here, so doing this hike at the proper time of year is a must. You will also come across the first tunnel, a short but iconic passage carved through solid rock. This man-made tunnel dates back to the early 1900s when the Bright Angel Trail was being improved for tourists. Today, it's a reminder of the incredible effort it took to make this rugged landscape navigatable. As you make your way down, you're gonna see warning signs, and for good reason. Every year, hikers underestimate the difficulty of this trail. People have died from heat stroke, dehydration, and exhaustion by going too far down and being unable to make it back up. The National Park Service strongly discourages trying to reach the river and return in one day unless you're extremely fit. Take heed, the descent is deceptive, but the climb back out is relentless. In that first mile down, you're gonna reach the second man-made tunnel, another shortcut through the canyon. After this, the canyon opens up into a series of switchbacks, revealing your first major panoramic views into the depths of the Grand Canyon. These switchbacks are known as Jacob's Ladder. These zigzags take you rapidly down into the canyon and serve as an early reminder not to burn your legs too soon. At 1.5 miles down, you'll reach the 1.5 mile rest house. This is the first major stopping point with water during the warmer months and emergency phone access. It's a great spot to rest, check in with your body, and remember, going down feels easy until it's not. A lot of people hike to this point and back up. You're gonna continue your hike down the switchbacks. And man, were those morning views amazing. The air was still crisp and chilly. It was hard to even wrap my mind around the thought that we were actually trekking down into the Grand Canyon, something that I looked at for so many years as a kid on TV and even from the top years ago. But here we were, hiking our way down into the canyon. Next up, the 3 Mile Rest House. This is another important waypoint. Water is usually available here seasonally, and it's a common turnaround spot for day hikers. But if you're continuing to the river, you're still less than halfway there. With every switchback, it feels like you're getting closer and closer, but yet at the same time, feels like you're not making any progress. And finally, you hit what seems like the ground floor. Things are green down here. There's trees and grass. At mile 4.5, we arrive at Indian Gardens, an oasis in the canyon. This lush area sits about 3,800 feet and offers shade, restrooms, water year-round, and even campsites with permits. This was once a Native American settlement and a farm area for the people for centuries before the National Park Service forced their removal in the early 20th century. I mean, just look at this view. I think this is gonna be my thumbnail. Amazing. We definitely took the time to fill up on our water here. You do not want to run out of water on this trail. Just past the Indian Gardens is a junction to the left, a side trail that leads to Plateau Point. It offers a dramatic overlook of the river, 1,300 feet below. But we're gonna be going all the way down to the water's edge. We didn't do this part of the hike on this trip, but we did do it a few years back as a part of our hike to the Plateau Point and back up. This hike is what inspired us to go all the way down this time, and may be a good starter hike for you if you're a little nervous about going all the way down. As you make it past Indian Garden, the next thing you're going to encounter is Garden Creek. This is a smaller but still beautiful canyon. The trail winds around to the right. Just stick to the path and keep walking. At this point, you can turn around and look back and see how far you've come. As we made our way down the trail, we ran into a bunch of burros making their way back up. So we got off the trail and let them pass. Saw that. We came across a couple streams that we had to navigate across, carefully stepping on the rocks so as not to get our shoes wet. But before too long, the views open up and you get to see the Grand Canyon like you've never seen it before. Still making our way down to the Colorado River. I can hear it from here. So we've got a ways to go, but I wanted to show you this amazing scenery. We came from way up there. We're not even halfway yet. We gotta make our way back. But yeah, just beautiful. This is a place where you gotta hike, you gotta earn this view in the Grand Canyon, about a mile or so to go. With every step, we were in awe. The way the morning sunlight hits the canyon, it feels like you're looking up at the mountains, but then you realize you're actually down in the Grand Canyon. As we kept proceeding, it became evident that we had another big hike in front of us. This is called the Devil's Corkscrew. It's a winding set of switchbacks that cut through the ancient rock layer, a notorious section for testing your stamina. But honestly, this was probably the most breathtaking part of the entire hike. Morning. We came across some men on horseback who were servicing the park. They stopped to chat with us for a while they cleaned up some of the rock on the trail before us. You're gonna keep hiking, and with every step and every turn around the corner, you're gonna be hoping that you've reached the bottom, but you're not there yet. At around the 7-mile mark, you reach the River Rest House. This is where Pipe Creek meets the Colorado River. You're now at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, around 2,400 feet above sea level, over 4,000 feet down from where you started. And here it is, the mighty Colorado River. Here we go, guys. We made it all the way to the Colorado River. It took us 3.5 hours. We stopped a little bit, had some lunch, and we made it down. But that's the easy part. Now we gotta climb back up all the way. I mean, we can't even see. That's not even the top. We gotta climb all the way back up. The water was cold, real cold, and I couldn't help getting in the Colorado River to do a sight kick. The wife and I took some fun pictures, and we basically had the river all to ourselves. It was so cool to think about the history and the people who have been down here before us. You really felt a part of nature, but we knew we couldn't stay too long. It was time to make our climb back up. The return hike is where the real challenge begins. That same beautiful trail now becomes a brutal ascent, especially under the midday sun. The climb from the river back to Indian Garden feels endless. Hydrate often, eat salty snacks, and pace yourself. The switchbacks will test your mental game. I don't have a lot of footage of this. I was so focused on the climb, I didn't even think about getting the video. Every rest stop on the way back up becomes a goalpost. 3-mile rest house, then 1.5 miles, then the final mile, lungs burning. My hips were on fire. I was limping by the end. You're just looking up at a sheer rock face, basically having to climb up a mountain at the end of your hike. This feels endless and it's grueling. I can't put enough emphasis on this. It was the hardest climb I've ever done in my life. Going down and coming back up is so tough. But just like that, you're back. From 2,400 feet to nearly 7,000. We finished this 15-mile round-trip hike at 2:17 p.m., taking us a total of 8 hours and 32 minutes. I looked it up. It takes most hikers 9 to 12 hours. This is not a hike to underestimate, but if you're prepared right, it's one of the most rewarding single-day hikes in the world. So listen, tips if you're planning this hike. Start at or before sunrise. Pack 3 to 5 liters of water and electrolytes. Bring salty snacks and real food. Check the weather and trail conditions. Know your limits. The Park Service discourages rim to river and back in one day, so be honest about your fitness level. This was our Bright Angel Trail experience, one of sweat, silence, soaring views, and deep respect for the canyon. If you've done this hike or are planning to do, drop a comment below and let us know what your experience was like. And if you enjoy this video, please hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next trail.